Good morning, Ricky from North Carolina, coming at you with another video. Hope y'all are doing well and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd bring you some cassettes and some 8-tracks. You know I collect all kinds of musical formats and I collect about everything you can think of, with a few exceptions. But I found these at a new joint in town. They get in some cassettes and 8-tracks. Not a lot of 8-tracks, but they do get some in, and nobody usually gets them but me. But the cassettes, I see some people over there getting them. I know cassettes are, so I hear, making a comeback, so to speak. And they do get accumulation of them, and then they'll take the old ones out and put some new ones in. So that's good. And I picked up some good ones. Always looking for hard rock, rock and roll, stuff like that, jazz. And I found a few, several, past couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, some new ones. And now I just got to find some storage bins to put them in, or make me a display case to put them in. I have 4 or 5 cassette holders, but they're full, so I need some new ones. And same with 8-tracks. I have a couple, 3 bins of 8-track holders, and now I need some new 8-track holders. So I'm overflowing, my overflow, so to speak. But let's get started with them. Start with the cassettes. One I have on 8-track, and of course I have different formats on their albums. Who's Next? The Who. Excellent album. I guess the top 5 in my category. Top 5 albums. Go through these pretty quick. Genesis Foxtrot. Love the early Genesis. It's early in the morning, excuse my tremors. Love the early Genesis. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. Love some Steely Dan. Carole King, Tapestry. Gotta have that in your collection. Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Another staple, if you like Bruce Springsteen. And one I love, I got this on 8-track too. Crosby, Stills and Nash, Deja Vu. What an album. The Doors. Best of the Doors. Good one. ZZ Top, Eliminator. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Excellent album. And I've been on this lately. I've been on the Blondie kick lately. I don't want really all their albums. I do have the first one, but the best of Blondie will do. Love me some Blondie now, Deborah Harry. Yeah. Iron Butterfly. Indigada da Vida. You know, I've got a few more left, and this might, if you know me in person, I love stories. And I have a lot of stories from my past. I guess everybody does. But I like to tell some of my stories sometimes. But this brings me back to my memories of my 6th grade class in elementary school. We had a thing called a slam book, and maybe you had one, maybe you called it something different, where you pass it around, you have questions on the top of the page, and you pass it around the classroom and people put their answers on it. Like, what's your favorite band? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite shoes? You know, different stuff like that. And I remember mine, and I had my storage stolen years ago, probably 8 or 9 years ago. But this was in my storage, and I hate it got stolen. But one of the questions was, what was your favorite? I think it was two questions separate. What was your favorite band? Or I think it was one question. What was your favorite band and song? Maybe. And people were saying, Jackson 5, I'll Be There, and Osmonds, One Bad Apple, stuff like that. And believe me, I like top 40. I grew up, my family was country, so I like the old country. I liked top 40. I like rock and roll. I won't into jazz then. I won't introduce to it, but I liked all kinds of music. And I just, I did. I liked all kinds of music. But on my question, I put, it might have been on somebody else's question, I put Steppenwolf in the God of Davida. And people were coming around asking me, what is that? What is that? I never heard of that. What is that? Like I was some kind of weirdo or something. And I liked it. It come out in '68. This was '71. And I liked that song, and I like Steppenwolf. Nobody else ever heard of it. It's kind of funny. But along in that same vein, while I'm on it, another story, and I'm going to end it. I got a few more to show, but I'll probably wait till next time. My grandmother sewed, and I know I'm on the subject, but you guys, if you want to cut me off, you can. My grandmother sewed, and where I went to school in Durham, North Carolina, we didn't have kindergarten. I guess you could go and pay for it, I don't know, but as far as public school, you didn't have it. And so we started first grade. And so my grandmother sewed, and she sewed most of my clothes, I think, until I started school. And then her and my mother would go to the young men's shop and Belk's and stuff like that, downtown Durham, and buy my school clothes and whatever. And I remember they had these, they had this round thing you step up on, and they had these mirrors that went around it. You could see different angles. And they would have me try these clothes on and get up on that pedestal and look, turn different angles. Man, you're talking about, I started school in '65. I know I'm old. I started school in '65, and so we're talking mid '60s, late '60s, turn to the '70s. And you're talking beige pants, gray pants, checkered shirts with no color at all. I suffered from 1965 to 1970 with these clothes, man. With these clothes, I did. And just bided my time. And along came 1971 to the 6th grade. My mother said, you can now pick your clothes out. Or whatever terminology she used. I was a happy man, happy boy. I was a happy little boy. I went wild. I don't know where I got this stuff from. I do remember getting my boots from somewhere, but man, I got these psychedelic pants, and you're talking 1971, okay? I got these psychedelic pants. They're like a reddish, pinkish, some kind of fuchsia, I don't know, and green, funky looking green. I think it all glowed in the dark. Maybe some orange in there. I think it all glowed in the dark. It was funky. Bell bottoms, reddish kind of shirt. It wasn't red, but it matched the pants, amazingly. And my grandmother sewed me a tie. You know how, if you're old as I am, or you look back at the stars back then, the boys and stuff, teenagers, they wore these ties, and they had a loop thing that come across, to come out. Well, my grandmother sewed me a tie, I guess to match it might have been red, to match all this stuff. And she had a big, thick, red, gold wedding band. And it was real gold wedding band. I remember she told me not to lose it. It was real gold. It was a wedding band. And it would slide up on there. And it would come around, and come down like that. And I bought some black boots. I think they were black. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they must have been. I'm not sure about that. Some zip up boots. They were like dress boots. At this place downtown Durham that I ended up shopping a lot because they sell weird stuff, like me. And I wore that stuff, man. I was a happy boy that day at school. I remember wearing that stuff. I was so happy. And since then, I've never looked back. If you know me in person, I'm like that. I wear weird stuff. I'm not the norm. And if it don't match, I don't care. I like colors. I like wild stuff. You can't tell it what I'm wearing on these videos, but when I go out and stuff, I like stuff like that. And I'm getting better with matching, but sometimes I don't match. I don't care. You know, I like it. If I like the colors, I like it. I don't care what other people think. You know, my mother told me when I was little, you know, don't care what other people think about you as long as you're doing the right thing. So I don't think non-matching clothes will hurt anything. If I like it, I like it. Anyway, got off the subject, 10 minutes long. Anyway, oh, I didn't show my 8 tracks. Hold on, let me show my 8 tracks. Got a few. Electric Light Orchestra Discovery. Nice pickup. I got this, I had twice, I didn't know it. Eagle 71 to 75, yeah. 71 to 75, greatest hits. That's 2 of those. So glad to get this. What's going on, Marvin Gaye. Expensive LP. Beatles 67 to 71. Curtis Mayfield Superfly. Yep. And I'm Still in Love with You, Al Green. That's the 8 tracks I picked up. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I think I got my little remote working. And y'all have a great day. Oh.